Hello, everyone, and welcome to another talk here. We're going to talk about improvisation and thinking about milestones here. I'm going to put out a video on the melody. I think I may end up recording it a little bit later this evening if I can. We'll see. But hope to get something out. If not tonight, maybe by the end of the week on it. But I'm going to do a little improvisation on the tune and then kind of talk about it from there. So I'll start out by playing. I may even release this on YouTube as a podcast, but I'm gonna release it as a regular podcast as well. And then this is also a video available to members on the YouTube channel of Lessons and Talks. So let's start out with just doing a little playing on it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we've been talking about, at least on the in the member area on the YouTube channel. And so one of those things is to play in a few keys, if not all of the keys. So we did a little bit of a talk about that. And another concept when practicing is to think about taking segments of the tune and working just kind of small, manageable little bits of the tune. So let's say we go from the 1 chord into the 4 chord. Okay, so we just have a little bit of a motion there, and we have this D, which moves to the D flat, and everything else kind of really just kind of remains the same. Excuse me. So let's just talk about that and how we might take that through some different key areas and things like that. Okay, so we have 1 chord. So I might play something like that. Okay, so what I'm doing there is really kind of a B flat major triad. And I'm just creating a little motion between the root and the third. These are sometimes called melodic structures. So, okay, and then we could play. Repeat that note, right, and play through that note. So then you could try that out and say, okay, well, maybe I'll take that exact thing and move it into different keys. All right, which is fairly easy to do on guitar if you keep on the same string. So, okay, so if we play something like that, and then the trick is to maybe move that into other string sets and string combinations. But of course, we could also freely improvise and play, just that one change. So that's a real strong thing, I think, to do, is to So that's an example in E flat. So then you go through and just take that and do it in every key. So you might go through the circle of fifths. Okay, and then just kind of play it through. So then you might say, well, I'll take the next two chords and put those on a loop and try to work those out kind of together, and then take a small segment of the progression and work out a sequence, so maybe a little bit more of it. So I'm just trying to kind of outline some of those changes, right? And then of course the 2-5-1 and all that as an example. So yeah, let's get into maybe a little more playing. And this segment, what I'm going to do is maybe play a little more sparsely and just work at maybe taking and sing work. I can maybe minimize some movement and play just kind of over slightly longer stretches of time with individual notes. So I'll take the tempo up a little bit here. Okay, so there, let's talk about of a couple of concepts. So I started out there really, like I mentioned, playing over longer stretches, you might say, so, or just kind of longer tones, and that can really be helpful in finding commonalities between chords. Also, sort of gives some opportunity to check out where it might fit well to do to kind of enclose certain notes. To maybe go a step or half step above it and or below, and we kind of work through that. And then the last course, I was experimenting with another little bit of a concept, which is to kind of make the changes a little bit elastic. So maybe play a change early, or maybe play a change a little bit late. So just like I said, just kind of maybe stretching it out and just creating these little tensions by doing that. So yeah. So one real kind of simple way of doing that kind of last concept is just to play on the end of the beat just before. So that's really common in all sorts of melodies and things and solos. But you might say, okay, well, B flat is coming up here right after E flat. So, or not E flat, sorry, that note is E flat, but F7. I say, okay, well, I know this D note is gonna resolve nicely, so you play D, say half step before, or half of a beat before, excuse me, half of a beat before it comes in. So, or even earlier. So it sounds pretty cool to even do it a beat earlier, maybe 2 beats early. So those are some kind of concepts that we can kind of work with. But just in general, think about the tonalities. So if we go from B flat to E flat 7, then we have this 2-5 and G flat. So you might really kind of think, okay, think about that tonal center, right? So really think in that key center, and then it goes to A major at times, G major. So really think about those kind of tonal centers, and then I'm thinking about progressions within those, and also just really trying to see how it all relates to the original tonic and everything like that. So all right, everybody. Well, I think that's going to be our talk for this one. Thanks so much for checking it out. Hope you enjoy it. I've been working quite a while on getting some of these backing tracks to work in this live setting and get it all to kind of sit well together. So I hope that is happening. I'm certainly going to listen back. It's a work in progress, but thanks again to those who are already members of the YouTube channel, to YouTube member area. And if you'd like for more information about that, check out the description or go to my website, fredprince.com. Thanks again. I'll see you all in the next one.